all, congratulations on your first Mother's Day.
Thank you very much.
In this movie, you guys have such great accents. You've done a lot of different types of American accents. Which one has been the most challenging for you? And did you maybe have a sound or a word you just couldn't get right until...
This one was the most challenging, I think, out of all of them, because it's a very specific type of accent. And I'm trying to think, the R's. The R, like Australians, we don't pronounce our R's, I guess. So it was a very strong R sound. And the whole time I was there before trying so hard to get it right. I hope we did. I don't know. We'll see. You'll tell me.
Sounded good in the trailer.
Oh, thank you.
I remember I had to train myself to say a word differently. I'm trying to think what the word was. Like, I can't even remember now because it's so second nature, but it was something that always kept tripping up, and they were like, oh, that's not how. Oh, it was, I know what it was. As an Australian, you say been. I've been there, but as an American, you say I've been there. And so that was something that now in my own vocabulary, like, I say that. I mean, this was Midwestern accent is a tough one, and we all tried to do, vocal coaching for it. But it was a very short schedule, and we were all sort of praying. We were filming it in the South and trying to do Midwestern accents. Like, it was a hard.
Did you keep it up off screen, or did you just do it when you were filming?
For me, it's a little bit of both. Like, sometimes if I really feel like I need to focus, I'll keep it on. But otherwise, it's also hard when you're with a bunch of Australians and you're joking around.
We had some amazing coaches who got us into it very quickly, but I think because of us all being English and Australian and the history that we have between those two countries, we kind of got into ripping into each other with that a lot more. But yeah, it was a challenge but a fun one.
And it's such an intense movie, it seems like. What did you do to lighten the mood on set? Were there any fun moments in between takes, or did you have to do it afterwards?
Jokesters, so there wasn't many serious moments actually. But it's just really fun to hang out with the rest of the cast members. They're great people, and the crew, and the directors. It was a really heavy subject matter, but somehow we managed to keep from crying the whole time.
There were a lot of bottles of red wine that were taken down most evenings to try and sort of take the edge off. It was very challenging. I mean, even when I came off the project, it's, I think, one of the first big projects where I really felt the ripple of it when it coming off. It took me a while to shake it off. I definitely went and took a couple of holidays, and it took me a while to get back to leaving the trauma of what Ray's carrying for that entire movie. I mean, it's a really heavy and dark burden that he carries throughout, and it's not something you'd really wish upon anyone else, but I think that was always going to be the biggest challenge with that character. I think it was a scary one to take on, but it was kind of like the most exciting as well. But you find your own ways, whether it's going to the gym or just catching up with your buddies, having a drink, or go on a holiday, whatever you can.
Walking away from this film, what's something maybe you learned about yourself as an actor that you hadn't known before?
And I can really work under pressure. Like, we filmed this in 16 days or something, and it was 80 setups a day, and we really had to work together to get a lot of that. It was definitely a real collaboration, and I don't know, I think we all just really tried to make sure we were there for each other, and I think that we were team players, and I think that was maybe something I learned, you really have to be there for one another to do that.
Not to trust Claire Holt with a gun in the car, which is a good safe one. I think a lot. I mean, I think just in terms of the work itself, I learned a lot. I mean, you grow a lot when you get to push yourself in roles like that. So I took a lot away from that. I think just the environment we were in was so challenging with the heat and the time frame that we had to shoot it in. So kind of learned from all those bits and pieces. But in terms of the story, just the sort of lens that you'll go to protect your family, which I thought was really nice, and as tragic as it is, but it really sort of comes through, I think, how important those bonds are. And having a brother myself who I'm very close with, and a sister, sort of magnified it even further to me, the lens that you'll go to protect them.
How did this role challenge you in ways maybe a past one hasn't?
It was some of the darkest subject matter, and for my character, she really had to be memorable. She had to. There was a reason that these characters did what they did, and so I had to work really hard to try and give her something in the film, and I hope I achieved that.